What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. And today we're back at it again with another deck profile, deck list, deck update, whatever you prefer to call it. And this is our Gunkan Suship deck for July 2024. Now, these are some pretty dope cards. You know, I like sushi myself, so, suships, they are sushi ship cards. And the gimmick of the deck, relatively, is to bring out different Xyz monsters that gain different effects depending on which of the sushi you use to bring them out. So with that in mind, we'll head straight into it. And first we start off with the Gunkan Suship Shari. We're running 3 of them, of course. They are pretty crucial to the extra deck monsters. You pretty much need this guy for everything. And, he's got 2,000 attack, and one of the longest card text, if not the longest, I believe, in the game. It's worth checking out. I won't read through it because it's kind of a book, but 3 of him. Next, we got 3 of the Gunkan Suship Shari Red, and this card's name becomes Gunkan Suship Shari while in the hand, deck, graveyard, or on the field. And you can only use the effect of Gunkan Suship Shari once per turn. Or Shari Red, sorry. You can reveal one other Gunkan Suship Shari in your hand and special summon this card from your hand. Then you can apply this effect. Special summon one Gunkan monster from your deck except Gunkan Suship Shari, but negate its effects, if any. Then special summon from your extra deck one Xyz monster that mentions the special summon monster's name, using that monster and this card as material. And it is treated as an Xyz summon. So he's also a pretty crucial part to the deck. Very useful. And decent on the defense. Next, we are running 3 Gunkan Suship Akira. And it is, if you control Gunkan Suship Shari, you can special summon this card from your hand. So obviously you can do that with red. And you can only special summon the Gunkan Suship Akira once per turn this way. During your main phase, you can excavate the top 3 cards from your deck, and if you do, you can either add to your hand or special summon one excavated Gunkan Suship Shari. Also, shuffle the rest into your deck, and you can only use the effect of Gunkan Suship Akira once per turn. So it is a way to pop off extensively if things happen to align. Next, we are running 3 Gunkan Suship Shiraru. I'm not actually sure how you say it, but, and it's, if you control a Gunkan Suship Shari, or an Xyz monster that has Gunkan Suship Shari as material, you can special summon this card from your hand, and during your main phase, you can special summon one Gunkan monster from your hand, except Shirayu. Shirayu? Maybe that's how you say it, sorry, yeah, I think so. Then, you can take any number of Gunkan Suship Shari from your deck or graveyard and place them on top of your deck in any order. You can only use the effect of Gunkan Suship Shirayu once per turn. So, pretty decent. And you can line it up with some other stuff to get a lot of Sharis going, obviously. Next, we are running 3 Gunkan Suship Uni. And this is, you can reveal one other Gunkan card in your hand and special summon this card from your hand, then apply the following effect based on the revealed card. If it's a Shari, you can special summon the revealed monster. Other, place the revealed card on the bottom of the deck. You can target one Gunkan monster you control and change its level to 4 or 5. Then you can add one Gunkan Suship Shari from your deck to your hand. So, lots of ways to kind of go into the reds and the normal. And to, just pop off in different ways with that level change. Next, we have 3 Star Drawing. And it is, if this card is used for an Xyz summon, you can treat it as a level 5 monster. So obviously, it's good to go off with those level 5 plays. And an Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect. If it is Xyz summoned, draw 1 card. So, it's a little bit of draw power, plus an easy way to get into more stuff. So 3 of those, like I said. Lastly, we're running 2 Perform Age Hat Tricker. Just kind of another level 4 here, and it is, if 2 or more monsters are on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and when a card or effect is activated that would inflict damage to you, quick effect, You can place 1 counter on this card, perform each counter, max 3, then make that effect damage you took 0, and when the 3rd counter is placed on this card, its attack and defense become 3,300. So, you could maybe build up to that, if possible, but, depending on what deck they're running, or if you had some other kind of weird plays, but it is just a good way to get out an extra monster for those link plays. Moving on to the spells, we are running 3 Gunkan Suship Yard Seaside Supper Spot. It's a mouthful, and it's a field spell, and it's once per turn. If you normal or special summon a Gunkan Suship monster, even during the damage step, you can place 1 Gunkan card from your deck on top of your deck. And once per turn, if a face-up Gunkan monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card, activate this effect. Your opponent pays life points equal to the number of that monster's defense in the graveyard, then you can apply this effect. Special summon 1 Gunkan Suship Shari from your hand, then special summon 1 Gunkan Xyz monster from your extra deck by using that card you control as material. So pretty decent. Next, we move on to 3 of the Gunkan Suship Catch of the Day. It's a continuous, and it's once per turn you can reveal 1 Gunkan Suship Shari in your hand and place 1 counter on this card. And if you do reveal 1 Gunkan Xyz monster from your extra deck, and your opponent declares 1 Gunkan card monster name except Gunkan Suship Shari that is mentioned on any Gunkan Xyz monster, then you can add that declared card from your deck to your hand. If you cannot add, shuffle this card into the deck. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, your opponent pays exactly 500 life points for each counter on this card. So it is a weird way to get in some damage, plus just some kind of fun tech on there. Next, we're running into some of the singles, and we got Pot of Avarice, just to recycle up a bit. Monster Reborn, obviously just to bring something back. We got Cosmic Cyclone, could be switched out for something else, but, just some removal power. And Harpy's Feather Duster. Moving on to the traps, we are running 3 Gunkan Suship Daily Special, and it is when this card is activated, or when you activate this card, sorry. You can also reveal 1 Gunkan Suship Shari in your hand, reveal 3 Gunkan monsters from your deck, and your opponent chooses 1 of them for you to add to your hand. Also shuffle the rest into your deck. If you revealed Gunkan Suship Shari in your hand at activation, you can choose this card. You can choose the card to add to your hand instead of your opponent choosing, sorry. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish this card, then target 3 Gunkan monsters in your graveyard and shuffle them into the deck, then draw 1 card. So it is just kind of a less Pot of Avarice, but it's something. Oh, something here, sorry. Oh, moving on, we got 2 Quantum Cats, and this is basically just a little bit of defense power if need be, but also for those link plays. So, it works in pretty basically, you're just declaring 1 monster type and an attribute, and then you're getting that monster out there, level 4, 2200 defense, so it's not too shabby. And like I said, it's decent for those link plays. Coming in next, we got a Tiki Curse and a Swamp Mirror. And these are just kind of teching in, trying out different things. But it is special summon this card as an effect monster, and it's got 1800 attack and 1000 defense. And while this card is an effect monster, if another trap card that is a monster battles an opponent's monster after damage calculation, destroy that opponent's monster. So you can kind of work it with some other things if that happens to go through, or if you got some other kind of cards going with it. And same thing with the Swamp Mirror. Lastly, just for some one-offs, we got Back to the Front, Drowning Mirror Force, and Call of the Haunted, just for some bring back plays and a little bit of destruction. Moving on to the extra deck, we're running 3 Gunkan Suship Shiraru class carrier. I can never remember how to say it. 2 level 4 monsters. And it's if this card is XE summoned, you can apply these effects in sequence based on the materials used. You can only use the effect of Gunkan Suship Shiraru, mouthful, once per turn. Gunkan Suship Shari, draw 1 card. Gunkan Suship Shiraru, add 1 Gunkan spell/trap from your deck to your hand. And while this card is face up in a field zone, Gunkan monsters you control, special summoned from the extra deck, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and gain attack equal to their original defense. So, you know, you can pop off pretty hard and get some pretty decent monsters out there. We'll kind of move these over, set them there. Next, we are running 2 of the Akira class Dreadnought. It's 2 level 4 monsters, and if this card is XE summoned, same thing, apply these effects. The Shari, you draw 1 card, and if it's the Akira, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase, and once per turn when your Gunkan monster that's special summoned from the extra deck inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. So obviously the more of these you kind of get out with combined power, you might be able to pop off some real big damage and get some wacky effects off. Next, we just got 1 Uni-class Super Dreadnought. I'd maybe get more of these. I just don't have them at the moment, but I'd recommend maybe getting a second one, possibly a third. And it's if this card is XE summoned, you can apply these effects in sequence based on the materials used, same thing. The Shari, draw 1 card, and if it's an Uni, this card gains the ability to attack directly. So, you know, one of my favorite effects there. And once per turn during your main phase of once per turn during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Gunkan monsters you control, special summon from the extra deck, and negate their effects. So, it is a pretty little wacky card. Like I said, I'd recommend more of them, but at the moment I only have 1. But it does leave room for, you know, a future deck update and room for me to play around. Next, we're running 2 Tornado Dragon, just some generic-y kind of stuff if we need to get rid of those spell or traps. We got a Defender of the Labyrinth. I thought I'd just throw in for some funny, you know, inspirational kind of plays, just to get, you know, maybe 2 Sharis on there and just see what you can do with it. Nothing too special with him, just kind of some funny stuff. And lastly, we're just running a Puzzle Mino, the Drop-In Deleter. Something else I'm trying, 2 monsters with different levels, and if a monster is special summoned face up to a zone this card points to, so either, you know, an extra monster on their side or your monster, except during the damage step, you can declare a level from 1 to 8, and that monster becomes that level until the end of this turn. You can target 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from each field, and destroy them. So, you know, you could either kind of use this as some destruction, or you could use it to maybe change one of your level 4s to 5 or 5 to 4, or whatever kind of plays you may be pulling off. But I thought he's not too bad of a card to throw in there. Obviously, there's some room for improvement. I do got to get some more of the extra deck monsters and kind of run with some of the other stuff to see what I could throw in. So let me know if you have any ideas for the deck or anything you think I could run that would make it a little bit more efficient or a little bit more fun, you know. And, you know, make sure to check out my other deck profiles. I'm doing them pretty consistently now, as well as other videos like Yu-Gi-Oh! DIYs, you know, how to make custom shatter foils, ghost rares, etc. You know, how to make dice towers if you're kind of a Duke Devlin duelist or something of the sort. As well as, you know, make sure to check out the KaibaHacksDartz Discord. It's starting to pop off, you know, lots of trading and, you know, duels going on in there, remote duels and stuff. So if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure to check it out. And other than that, make sure to, you know, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when new stuff is coming out. And thanks for watching. Peace.